Welcome back, students. Let's continue with the semiconductors. In the last class, we have discussed about classification of solids on the basis of energy band diagram. In that, there are three types: conductors, insulators and semiconductors. In the semiconductors, we have studied the atomic structure for the semiconductor materials germanium and silicon. And we got to know that there are 4 electrons in the outermost orbits. So, both germanium and silicons are tetravalent substances. So, these 4 valence electrons, here we have a lattice structure of silicon. The same way you can draw the lattice structure for germanium. Lattice structure is nothing but two-dimensional view of a crystal. Here you can observe these are representing the covalent bonds. Each valence electron of a silicon atom makes covalent bond with the neighboring atoms. Here this is the valence electron making covalent bonding with the valence electron of the one of the valence electrons of the another silicon atom. The same way, all the valence electrons of a silicon atom makes covalent bonding with the neighboring silicon atoms. This is what the lattice structure of semiconductors. So, from this you can tell the properties of semiconductors. Semiconductors are tetravalent. Why tetravalent? All valence electrons. Tetravalent, covalent bonded, crystalline substances. And as these valence electrons makes covalent bonding with the neighboring atoms, the shell will be complete. So they are tightly bound to the nucleus. So valence electrons will remain in the valence band only. There will not be any electrons present in conduction band. That means no free electrons available in conduction band. That means you cannot expect any conductivity when these valence electrons are in the valence band itself. So at 0 degree temperature, semiconductors behave as perfect insulators. At 0 degree temperature, semiconductors behave as perfect insulators. But when the temperature increases, or when these semiconductor materials are kept at room temperature, what happens? These valence electrons gains some thermal energy, then they jump into conduction band and helps for conductivity. Therefore, as the temperature increases, the conductivity of the semiconductor increases. You might have heard about resistance. What do you mean by resistance? Resistance is nothing but the opposition to the flow of current. If in semiconductor materials, if you increase the temperature, the conductivity increases. That means resistance decreases. So, semiconductors are said to be negative temperature coefficient of resistance. That means as the temperature increases, the resistance decreases. That means conductivity increases in case of semiconductors. Okay. If you want, you can draw the lattice structure for the germanium crystal as well. Even that looks same as silicon crystal because even that is a tetravalent atom. Okay. Next, we will continue with types of semiconductors. In types of semiconductors, semiconductors are of two types. First one is intrinsic semiconductors. The second one is extrinsic semiconductors. In extrinsic semiconductors, again there are two types, p-type semiconductors and n-type semiconductors. First we look into intrinsic semiconductor and then go to extrinsic semiconductors, which is a huge topic. What do you mean by intrinsic semiconductors? Intrinsic semiconductors are nothing but semiconductors in its extremely pure form. A pure semiconductor is called as intrinsic semiconductors. A germanium or silicon material in its pure form is nothing but intrinsic semiconductors. That means pure form in the sense semiconductor materials increase their conductivity when the temperature increases. And also one more thing is that when these semiconductor materials are added with impurity atoms that we will study in further classes in detail. If you add some impurity atoms to these semiconductor materials, then also the conductivity increases. So intrinsic semiconductors are those which are pure, that means before adding the impurity atoms. Intrinsic semiconductors are nothing but semiconductors in its pure form. The raw semiconductor materials available in the nature that will go under so many chemical reactions and then we will get pure semiconductor crystals. So in that, those pure semiconductor crystals are nothing but intrinsic semiconductors. Examples: germanium and silicon. And you know, germanium while working with the low voltage applications, whereas silicon will be used more when high voltage applications, because I have told you in atomic structure of germanium and silicon. In intrinsic semiconductors, again semiconductors are covalent bonded crystalline substances where the valence electrons of semiconductor crystal will make covalent bonding with the neighboring silicon atom. Here, in intrinsic semiconductors, at low temperature, that means 0 degree temperature, all the valence electrons of the silicon atom will be covalent bonded with the neighboring atoms. At low temperature, what happens? All the atoms, all the valence electrons of the silicon atoms make covalent bonding with the neighboring atom, so they act as a perfect insulators. That we got to know. What about high temperatures? Or at room temperature, when the temperature increases, these valence electrons gets some thermal energy. These valence electrons gets thermal energy and breaks this covalent bond and they become free, and that is called as free electron. At room temperature or when the temperature increases, these valence electrons gain some external energy or thermal energy and jumps to conduction band and they become free electrons. What happens in case of the vacancy? The free electron, the valence electron of this particular atom jump to conduction band and become free electron, but there is a deficiency of electron. You can see the circle like structure. There is a deficiency of electron because electron was present here. It got some thermal energy and jumped to conduction band and it became free for conduction. What about the place where the electron was present earlier, and that is called as, this vacancy is called as hole. Vacancy is called hole. That means this atom lost one electron. This atom lost one electron and there is a vacancy created in the place of that electron jump, and that is called as hole. And this hole is a positively charged. It has a positive charge, and this hole will not keep quiet. The neighboring atoms, the valence electrons of the neighboring atoms will jump to the vacancy created. That means this positively charged hole attracts and captures the valence electrons of the neighboring atom. These neighboring atom also loses one electron and that jumps to this hole, and this will become a hole now. Okay. Where these holes are present? These holes are present in valence band. At room temperature or when the temperature increases in intrinsic semiconductors, the valence band electrons, those are valence electrons, gains sufficient energy and jumps to the conduction band and they become free electrons, but the vacancy or deficiency of electron, that vacancy is created in the valence band and that is called as hole, and it is positively charged. It will attract and capture the neighboring valence electrons of the neighboring covalent bond. Okay. If I draw a horizontal structure, this is a valence band and this is a conduction band. valence electron, valence band, valence electrons will be present, and at room temperature these valence electrons gain sufficient energy and jump to conduction band, and there is a efficiency of electron or vacancy is created in valence band, and that is called as hole. So when the temperature is increased, each time when a valence electron jumps from valence band to conduction band, there is an electron in conduction band and hole in valence band. So electron hole pair is created. For each free electron there is a hole in the valence band. That means in intrinsic semiconductors in intrinsic semiconductors number of electrons or number of free electrons is equal to number of holes. Each time one valence electron jumps to the conduction band, there is a electron hole pair is created. So in intrinsic semiconductors, there is a electron hole pair will be created. Equal number of holes and electrons will be present. That means number of holes will be equal to number of electrons. Okay, what happens when you apply voltage to this intrinsic semiconductors? When an external voltage, what happened? At 0 degree temperature, these valence electrons will remain in the covalent bonding with the neighboring atoms, and they will be fixed. When the temperature increases, these valence electrons gain sufficient energy and jumps to the conduction band. They become free electrons. For each free electron, there will be a deficiency of electron created in the valence band, and that is called hole, which is carrying positive charge, and it will start attracting the valence electrons of the neighboring covalent bond. Okay. When you apply voltage to the intrinsic semiconductors, what happens? In conduction band, there will be free electrons will be present. At room temperature, these valence electrons jump to the conduction band, and when the voltage is applied, this is also a covalent bonding structure. When the voltage is applied between the intrinsic semiconductors in conduction band, there will be free electrons present, which are negatively charged particle got attracted towards the positive terminal of the battery. So this electron movement constitutes the current that is called as IE, that is electron current. At room temperature, when you apply voltage to the intrinsic semiconductors in conduction band, the free electrons which are available, which will attract towards the positive terminal of the battery and constitutes a current that is called as electron current, represented by IE. What happens in valence band? In valence band, there will be holes are present. These holes are positively charged, which start attracting these electrons. So positive terminal of the battery. That means the electron will move to this position and the new hole is created here. The new hole is created here. And again, this electron, the neighboring atom valence electron, I will just name it as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. This electron attracts towards this hole and it will move to hole and the new hole is created here. So in the same way, when voltage is applied, the valence electrons are moving towards the holes. Valence electrons again move towards the positive terminal of the battery. So while moving, if they come across any deficiency of electron on any hole, they will acquire the place of that hole and move. Here in the place of C, new hole is created. Again, the valence electron which is present in the neighboring atom, which is got attracted towards its C, and electron will accommodate this and the new hole is created in this place. The hole is shifting. It is looking like actually the electrons are moving in this side, but it looks like hole was there in the position A, which is moving towards B, C, D, A to H. The hole is moving in this direction. So in valence band, what happens? The hole will be attracted. You can tell the hole is attracted towards the negative terminal of the battery. That means electrons which are present in the covalent bonded of neighboring atoms, when the free electron is created, there is a hole in the valence band which attracts the electrons which are electrons of the neighboring atoms. So the electrons moving towards the positive terminal of the battery, but the hole is moving the opposite direction. So this current in the valence band, the current in the valence band in an intrinsic semiconductor, that is called as hole current, or therefore in intrinsic semiconductor the total current is equal to IE plus IH. You can take this example in the textbook, it is given. Consider this as a hole. Hole is moving in this direction. That means electron is moving. Hole is not moving, but it looks like hole is moving. If you consider this as a hole is moving this side and electron is moving this side. So in intrinsic semiconductors, at room temperature, when you apply external voltage, in conduction band there is a current due to free electrons. In valence band there is a current due to holes. Therefore total current in intrinsic semiconductor is because of electron current and hole current. Therefore IT is equal to IE plus IH. Okay. Read the textbook. We have already sent you the PDF of the textbook. Please read this concept in the textbook. If any doubts, text me and we'll continue in the next class. Thank you so much.